Julie, and just a quick note before I start is that I am still working on the next sourcing to sold video, the listing one. The trouble is that I did screen video like this, and then I took a video showing my desk of what I was doing at the time, and it's not coordinating well. So I think I'm going to end up just showing you this screen view and not the other side view while I am listing. So I'm just scrapping it and starting over again. So I'm sorry for the delay, and I'm just throwing this one out there today because I have a backlog of videos that I've videoed just from the last few weeks that I need to get out to. So I'm trying to be timely on it too, but yet I usually only put out videos on Tuesdays and Friday. I might be popping up an extra one here and there too. And I'm also thinking about doing a live Q&A. So, because I've got a few good questions, and it seems like it might be good to interact and have you guys ask me too. So if you hit the notification bell or the subscribe button, you'll get notifications of those things, because I don't know how to schedule those lives, obviously, since the last one didn't work as scheduled. But I know how to do a live. So anyways, watch for those, and let's get into the video. Hello friends, it's Julie, and today we are doing the final of What Sold Part 3 for April. And I think this has been working out okay. It keeps the video shorter, but I still have time to tell you lots of interesting things, hopefully, about the sales. Let's get started, and the first one here is Mount Merritt, McDonald Glacier National Park, Missoula Drug Co. And this is an undivided back, and the reason why let's see here, Missoula Drug Co. here. And I like to put that on there because there might be somebody who's looking for those things, and that went out at a best offer for $6. Then this one and the next one, I wanted to show you it to the same person. So this is a nice World's Fair postcard, is in excellent condition, on undivided back, unposted, and went for $9.97. And then she also bought this one, one of the blue cats. And she said she did this twice. She bought in another set, I'm not going to show you, but just telling you, a World's Fair postcard and a blue cat. She said one for me and one for my daughter. And so that's kind of funny. So, all right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about multiples. And in my live, somebody mentioned that they don't like to get multiples, or something. There are multiples where they're not good multiples, she said. So, but sometimes multiples are a good thing. So I had a bunch of art themed postcard like this one, and you can see I had 3 available, and they all sold. And I maybe I listed them too low. I just listed them all at the same price, $5.97, because a lot of these don't have records of sales even on Worth Point. So I figure I don't want to go too low, don't want to go too high. We'll just go the middle. And this is so something I spent like 15-25 cents on. It's not a bad return. So this person purchased multiples of mine, and this is the first one. So they bought all 3 of this one, and this is a logjam picture in there. And then this one is there was 3 of these, and it was just another one, Detroit Institute of Arts. And then there is only one of these, the $5 one, and I took the offer. There was, let's see, one of those, and then there were 2 of these, and I think that's it. For the most part, something like this, I listed the multiples because I thought maybe somebody wants more than one copy of it, and it doesn't come up a lot. And it turned out this person bought all of the copies that I had of some of these postcards. So I made more money off of just having, saying I have 2, I have 3, I have 1 or something. Now, if there's a card that has been rare, like maybe it sells for $100 or something, then I wouldn't put multiples up there because it kind of brings down the price point. Then, in that case, I would just put 1 up and wait till it sells for the $100 and then put the next one up. So, but if they're just, okay cards, I think multiples are good. Now, besides multiples, there are similar cards. For instance, I like to do a lot of Montana cards. So maybe there's a lot of Glacier Parks or something. And then somebody who wants to buy multiple Glacier Parks, maybe they'll come to your shop and say, okay, I want this one, this one, and this one. And they'll buy all the similar things. So that's what happened in several more of these sales that I'm going to show you. And this is one of them. This is the Bubblicki restaurant in Hollywood, California. And I think this is Victor, and let's see here, there is the back. It was posted, and that went for $8.97. And also this one went to the same person. It is the exterior version of the same place. So the person bought both of them together. I also have a deal where it's ongoing promotion, where if you purchase 3 or more of my postcards, then you get 20% off. So some people have been taking advantage of that. Okay, so let's get back to Montana. Here's the heart of the Billings Babcock Theater. I just like selling Montana. It's just, I like to see the views of my state and everything since 1919. And that went for $6.97. We have a real photo postcard. And somebody in the last video said those postcards of Nebraska, they said that seemed like they sold low. And maybe it seems like it, but sometimes these, when I look up the solds on them, like in eBay and Worst Point, that's what they're going for. Now, it could be, if it was like a year ago and nobody else has the same postcard, then I might up it because it hasn't been up for a while. So maybe if it went for, like this one went for $7.97 or something, maybe I would put $9.97 or something like that. So I do my due diligence in trying to research the prices. So yeah, sometimes, I mean, $7 for this really cool street view, but it seemed to be the going rate. So, but yeah, I mean, I could always price them up. Okay, speaking of pricing, I think I priced this one too low. Georgian Bay line sister ships. There was a lot of other ones. Yeah, I had to clean my scanner. And I did, don't worry. There was a lot of these sister brother ships of this Georgian line, and they were going for about the price that I listed it for. There wasn't one exactly like this one, and this one is not in great shape. You can see that it's got discoloration on it. It probably was some stains, you know, in the edging. You can see there were corner and edge. So I put it for $3.97. It sold like within a day. So did I price it too low, or was it just the right time? So that's always hard to know, I think. Okay, here is Billings Avenue, Red Lodge, Montana Hospital. And once again, I put the drugstore on it. And just to show, this was also in rough condition. You can see these corners are in bad shape, but it's one of these old street views. There's a dirt road. And here is the back. There, it is postmarked in Red Lodge. So that went for $16.97. Okay, real photo postcard. I must have come across a lot of that had something to do with Red Lodge. This photo postcard is faded, so it's not like in pristine case anymore. You can see that, you know, the colors have just faded, and it has writing on the front. So, I mean, it's pretty writing, but it's writing on the front. So it's just, again, it's not in great condition. Look at this beautiful writing, though. My goodness. I mean, you could frame that. But I liked it that it had Billings and spring. It kind of showed the trip that it took. And it went for $12. So it doesn't have to be in great condition. Okay, so I mentioned that I like to sell Montana and, of course, Yellowstone, which is, you know, partly in Montana. And here's a linen postcard. Now, I have taken a stand, I haven't mentioned this before, that I am going to price my Montana and Yellowstone Glacier on the higher end. And because I want to be a place to come to for those kinds of things. So if I sell them low, they're going to go fast. And so if I hold to my price, and then sometimes I'll do offers and stuff and go down, then people will know they can find those cards from me. So here's the case where this is just a linen. It's a very common linen of the entrance to Garden Air, you know, the Roosevelt Arch. I've seen so many people sell this for 50 cents, for $2.97, $3.97, whatever. And I just said, you know, I think some of them went for $5, or, you know, there might have been some people who go for a little bit more. But I just thought, I'm going to stick to $7.97. This is a brand new, really good shape linen, and I weighted it out, and look, there it goes. So if there is something you want to specialize in, hold to the line. Now, knowing this, you can go ahead and list these and undercut me. That's fine. But I just would really like to have the Montana stuff. So, 'cause that's where I'm from. Okay, so here is a international, and it is continental. So there's some Korean children playing shuttlecock, and it says right here. So it's nice that it tells you in English what it says. And so it's kind of a modern one, but it also sold for $4.47. Okay, Valentine and Sons, Mount Stephen Canadian Rocking. So it's Canada. Here is the full view. And it even has an X on the front, so it's not in pristine shape. You can see that. Here's Vancouver Midsummer Fair postmark, and that went for $7.47. Here's a Santa Catalina Island company, and this, I don't think really this was a postcard, was it? It was an advertising card. It may have even been a blotter. But this is one of the earlier things that I've listed. And I held to the price because there wasn't anything else like it, so got $7.97 for it. Here is another Continental Chrome from Hawaii, and I think the Continental Chrome from Hawaii, the vintage ones, do pretty well. I mean, they're not like hot sellers, but they're steady. So here's the island, the aerial view, $3.87. See, you know, it's not high priced, but you know, for something you spent less than a quarter on, it's not bad. So here's another one where not multiple, but similar cards sold to some person. So here's Diamond Jimmy Moran's restaurant, and there is Jimmy, and there it's unposted, $7.97. And then, oh, I thought there was another one that sold with them. Did I not open that up? Oh, sorry. There was another one, I just didn't open the tab up. That was Jimmy Moran's restaurant that also sold to that customer. Let down. Okay, so Narwhal Attack Submarine, and here is naval, right? But you wouldn't call it a ship, would you? So, like I said, John, since John's been selling those ship cards, I have been selling more ship cards, so it makes everyone happy, I hope. So there is the, it's just a chrome that is standard size, so $3.97. And here's another case where similar cards sold. And one thing is, this morning on May 2nd, I have seen that John had one of these Ken Haig cards. He sold for $2.97. And I've been saying I've been overpricing them because I see them selling a lot for $2.97. However, when I first put these up, they were $7.97. And some of them I just haven't price adjusted. Some of them I have adjusted down. But these all sold together. So we have Idaho. We have New Mexico Roadrunner for $6. I took an offer. We have the State Bird Goldfinch of Washington for $4.97. I think that's the price that I adjusted it to. We have North Dakota Meadowlark, $5.97. Connecticut State Bird of Robin, and that was $5.97. Then, so there again, similar cards sold together into one bundle, and it's kind of nice to make a customer happy like that, where you have what they want, hopefully, all in one one purchase, and then they get a little discount. Okay, and the next two cards went to the same person too. So I have had a lot of these similars. I think after I got to the 4,500 mark of my listings, people started to do that more. And now that I'm, I think I'm at 5,600 right now. For some reason, I haven't been listing very much, so I'm just barely keeping it to 5,600 right now. But it's happening more and more. So the theme is John F. Kennedy's assassination scene. So here is the sniper and the attack spot and the flowers from the site. And then they also purchased this one, and I took the offer on both of them. So here is the aerial view, and there he is smiling. So all of these little spots on the mark. And these are not rare cards, but, you know, somebody wanted to get them from one person, and there you go. Okay, this one, pricing again. This one, I believe I priced too low because it sold within an hour of listing it. There was a lot of similar ones, or was there? There might have been some similar ones. To Kamari, New Mexico, and it says here that is near Highway 66, Route 66. So I knew that's always a selling point. So I put in my listing near Route 66, and I don't know, did I price it too low? Because if it sells within an hour, I kind of feel like it did. Somebody must have had it on watch list to have been able to find it that fast, you think. So anyways, that went out the door, $4.97. Business Block, Eustis, Nebraska, postcard, and I just like showing you these street scenes. And look at we've got the old wagons and the horses, so it is very old. It doesn't even look like there's a real street, but they do have this pole here, so there's electric or telephone, or I don't know what that would have been at that time. And then if I was smart, I put the FM Downs Company or something. If there's any more local stuff on the back, I put that on. And that went for $8. Yep, FM Downs Horse Steam Carriage and Bank. And the last one I'm going to share with you today is this dentist office, State Historical Society, Topeka, Kansas. And it's basically just in the museum they set up the dentist office view. Unposted, it's just a standard chrome, and that's on its way to China. And the person who purchased it has the name doctor in his title, so hopefully he enjoys that. Okay, so finally, I'm going to do a shout out today, and the person I'm going to shout out today, by the way, I am looking for your recommendations of more postcard people who have YouTube channels, whether they are sellers or swappers or collectors or whatever. So please drop below some suggestions of people I haven't talked about yet. The person I'm going to give a shout out today is somebody who I've been watching since I'm doing post crossing. So it's a post crossing person, and he also has his own shop. So this person is Fernando, and he does Sunday videos, and he talks about mostly about the postcards he receives. He's been doing some art, getting people to send him handmade postcards, which is kind of interesting. And he also has some postcards that he's designed. He and I think his girlfriend. I could be wrong, so correct me if I am. And I did purchase some of them, and he gave me a really good deal. So thank you, Fernando. And these are the ones that I have gotten from him. And these are the recipe series. So we've got lemon, and let's see, it's lemon mousse with Greek yogurt, and there is strawberry mousse with yogurt. We have apple pudding. Oh, sorry, getting out of the screen. And banana fritters. I know I'm doing opposite of what I'm. And oranges with orange and coconut pie. So those are the recipe ones. And then he also had some insect ones, and you might think insects, yeah. Okay, so there's these are the insects, or the birds. I think he called them animals. So there's the bee and a grasshopper. My guineas love to eat grasshoppers and chickens. There's the butterfly. This is my favorite one. And then we've got a scarab, which I have sent this one to a swapper because they said they like creepy things, and I thought, well, this is pretty creepy, so I'm sure there's more people who want creepy stuff. And finally, the dragonfly, which I know a lot of people like dragonflies. So those are a couple of his series, so you can always contact him. I think he's on Instagram too if you were interested in getting some of those. I think he's had some other series too. I don't know if he has any left there. But he is not from the U.S. He is, I forgot what country, sorry. But he is just another postcrosser and postcard designer. So let me know what you think and what you like. Which was your favorite? Do you think I overpriced or underpriced? And most of all, I hope you have a joyful day. Goodbye.